How's it going, everyone? Sean here from Raw Technique Studios. I'm going to be doing a review of this software called AutoTonic. Just to start out, what it is, it's a sandwich processor pretty much, to where you play on your MIDI controller, your keyboard, and it'll send the signal into this, and then you set it up. I'll show you how to set it up. And then once it goes into this, it'll go out into your DAW, like Pro Tools or Reason or whatever, Logic, and it'll be able to control through their virtual instrument what notes are being sent through. So for example, say you want to play a E harmonic minor scale and you don't know what is sharp, what's flat, how to play that E harmonic scale, then you could go ahead and set this up to automatically switch the notes out so it is an E harmonic scale. And all you would be playing is the note E all the way through the octave to the next note E, and it'll change every single note to the proper one. So all you have to know is where the tonic is, so you just need to know the basics of what the letters are on the keyboard, and then that's it. You just play the white keys. The black keys are for triggering a different scale. So let's go ahead and just show you how it's set up, and then I'll give you an example of how it's used and how it could be beneficial. So right here under MIDI I/O, if you're not seeing this, if you're seeing all the scales and stuff, you would just click scale and it'll bring you back here. So MIDI I/O, my input is my Oxygen 49. That's my MIDI controller, my MIDI keyboard over here. And my output, you want to select AutoTonic MIDI out. Once you did that, you could start up your DAW. I'm going to be using Pro Tools, and that's it. So once we're in Pro Tools, what you need to do is go to Setup, go to MIDI, Input Devices, and you want to make sure that your keyboard, your MIDI controller, which is my Oxygen 49, that's not selected. You want the AutoTonic to be the one sending the information, not your keyboard, or else you're going to have duplicate notes. So make sure that's not checked. Select your AutoTonic MIDI out, make sure that's checked, and you're good to go. So go ahead and press OK. And now you just open up a virtual instrument like usual if you're going to play a piano or something. So I just created a instrument track here, and I put the Mini Grand on it, which is just the stock Pro Tools piano. Alright, you can see there. Now let's go ahead and switch over to AutoTonic and see how it actually works. So on the bottom, it'll show you what you're actually playing. So for example, let's go to major, and it's the tonic set to E. So I'm going to play E, and I'm just going to go through on the white notes, or on the white keys. You'll see right here what I'm actually playing, and you'll see up here what it's correcting it to make it an E major scale. Alright, now if I turn this off, this is what that would have sounded like. Compared to with it on, it's correcting the notes. So I don't need to know that there's 4 sharps in E major and which sharps those are and where they go on the keyboard, which black keys to play. All I need to know is I play E to E, and it's going to correct it for me. I think music theory is beneficial, and I really do encourage people to learn music theory. But if you're trying to experiment with new sounds because you're stuck playing the same scales all the time and you want a little bit of a creative boost, or you want to learn what these scales are, this is a way to learn those as well. Or if you just want to be able to write music real quick in different scales that you don't know, then this is the perfect way to do it. So let me switch over to scale, and I have it set up with a couple different scales here. The black keys are simply to trigger the scales. So if I select here, I'm now playing in minor, which is the Aeolian. If I'm here, I have a blues 6-tone scale set up here. Right here, I have a Lydian dominant scale set up. Here's major again, major, so on. So say I want to change one. So on this one here, I'm going to be playing in E. So E is my tonic. That's why I locked in an E tonic over here. If you want something else, you could change it. So say if you wanted C, you could change it to C, but then you would want to move these blue cursors over, so now you're playing in C. But I'm going to stick to E. Let's bring this back to E. And then what I want to do is select the scale. So right here it's on major Mixolydian right now. what I want to do is go to, let's see, harmonic scales, and I'm going to do harmonic minor. So harmonic minor, if you don't know what the scale is already, it's a minor scale with a raised seventh. So this will automatically do it for me. I didn't have to know that, but now I could play an E harmonic scale. All right. Now the difference, say I want to switch over to just an E minor scale. Notice how there's only one note difference? It's that raised seventh. But the good thing about this is you didn't need to know that. You could play this exotic sounding scale just by going through and selecting different scales and playing on the white keys. I'm not hitting any black keys. So that's the good thing about it. Now let's show an actual example of, say you want to write music with it. So I have one of my beats in here. I just muted out some of the instruments. And let's go ahead and press play. And then I'll open up AutoTonic again and go through a couple scales, see what sounds cool. So here's harmonic minor. Now say I want to switch over to a blues 6-tone scale. So it has that bluesy sound to it. Let's switch over to a minor scale. Okay, so that's just, it wasn't great piano playing, obviously, but on the spot just to show what the different scales sound like to a beat. And you could go through and experiment and see which one sounds good. Now, you would need to know what key the song is in if it already has instruments. For example, mine had a bass guitar in here and some other notes already, so it's already in E harmonic minor. That's what it was set up as. Now, if you are in a different scale or something, then you would just go in, say you want minor, or here's E harmonic minor, what it is. Say it was in C harmonic minor. So then you would just switch it to C, and then you'd move your cursors over to C, and now you can play C harmonic minor just by playing the white keys. Another thing, if you have a beat that has just drums in it, it doesn't even have the key or anything, it doesn't have any melody or a tonic yet, then you could simply do any scale you want and create a beat from scratch like that. So that's something that's really cool, is you could be playing some crazy scale that most people don't use and come up with some really cool stuff. And it's something that you might not have thought of on your own without having this. So that's what I like about it. It could create new possibilities that you may not have already known the scales of, you may not have come up with, and it just puts it there right in front of you. I really like this blues 6-tone scale. So you could just have that really bluesy sound to it, and you don't have to know what scale, what notes are in there, what sharps, what flats, or so on. So that's something that's really cool, is you experiment with things that you might not have come up with on your own. That's what I like about AutoTonic. I've been using it just for a couple weeks now just to experiment with it, and I like how it's coming out. I haven't wrote a beat with it yet because I haven't been writing beats lately. I haven't wrote a beat for months, but this is an inspiration to start getting back into it. And just by messing around with some old beats that I have, like the drum sections, and playing these scales over it, it really makes me want to get back into writing beats. So overall, really like it. I'm going to have AutoTonic's website down below so you can check it out. They do have a free trial of it. If you want to get hands-on with it, you could do that for free. I think it's like 14-day trial. They have an email if you have questions about it. I'm not super knowledgeable about it. I just got it, and I just started experimenting with it. So this is just a basic overview of it. So if you have questions about it that are more technical, they have an email on their website to ask about that as well. So check it out, and hopefully this will benefit you guys as well. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I have a brand new tutorial for you guys. It's called Music Theory. What it does is break down your chords, your scales, and how they apply to hip-hop and rap music. So this is going to help you write music. It's going to help you analyze music. It's going to help you find the key to a beat. So when you tune your vocals, you know you're tuning them to the right scale, which is the same as the beat. So it's really going to give you the knowledge that you need to get a better understanding of how music works.